guys, and welcome to my video. You've either arrived here because you have purchased one of my kits or patterns, if so, thank you so much. Or you have arrived here because SEO is on my side and you want to make a coronation crown ready for the King's coronation. It is a really beginner friendly video. However, if you do want to know the exact number of stitches to cast on, how many rows and rounds to do, you will need to purchase my pattern, which is available on my website, which I will link in the description of this video. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to create this purple crown, but you can also do the red one here. It's up to you, or any other colour that you might like. Hopefully you enjoy the video and leave me a comment and tell me what you think. This is really hard to do, by the way. I've filmed this intro maybe 10 times, so props to all those professional YouTubers because this is hard. Right, anyway, let's get into the video. To create your crown, you'll need 150 grams of super chunky yarn. I've used white, purple and gold, 50 grams of each. Also add to that some black for trim, a pair of scissors, some 12mm circular needles and a tapestry needle, plus a little pom-pom maker. Start by casting on the required amount for your crown, whether you're doing an adult one or a child's one. We're going to be joining the round, so I'll show you how to do that in a minute. When you've finished casting on, to join the round, you'll need to make sure your stitches aren't twisted. Then to join, simply flip your work over and start knitting. That will join the round, as simple as that. For the gold trim part of the crown, we'll be working in moss stitch. So knit one, purl one and repeat. You don't need to worry about changing up the sequence because you would have cast on an odd number of stitches. So just continue in this pattern and moss stitch will start to grow. The first stitch of the second round will feel really loose. Just go with it, do a couple of stitches and then give the tail a little tug just to tighten everything up and then carry on knitting. When you've finished all of your rounds, you'll need to cast off. To do this, knit 2 stitches and then pull the first stitch over the top of the second stitch and off the needle. Continue this until you've cast off all of your stitches. To disguise that last stitch when you've finished casting off, grab your tapestry needle. We're going to sew a pretend stitch so that everything looks completely seamless. Once you've done this, you'll be able to see it looks almost invisible. Weave in your ends into the back of the work and repeat on the other side. The next step is where things do get a little bit trickier. You want to make sure that your cast off side is at the bottom. We're going to pick up stitches all the way along using white yarn. So go in one round from the edge and pick up a stitch for every stitch on your yellow fabric. You want to leave 2 strands in between each pickup. That should mean that you pick up the right amount of stitches. Once you've picked up all of the stitches, your work should look something like this. To carry on, flip your work and make sure that the working yarn is sitting behind your right hand working needle. Then you'll start working in stockinette, so basically just knit stitch the whole time. Carry on working in the round. This will all feel a little bit weird to start with, but I promise you'll start to see why we've used this technique and the difference that it will make to the shape of your crown. Carry on working in Stockinette until you reach the desired amount of rounds. Then it's time to change colour. So just snip your yarn and then we'll start working with the purple. Obviously you can use different colour if you want to. Red also works. I've just decided to use purple for this one. To introduce the purple, literally just start knitting with your strand. It will all feel a little bit loose to begin with, but in a second we'll tie a knot to secure and then you can tighten everything up and just carry on knitting. In this part of the video, I'll be showing you how to knit two together. This is going to help with your crown shape. So to do this, literally just go through two of the strands at the same time and knit them together. It literally does what it says on the tin. Once you've completed your round of knit two together, you'll want to do another 2 rounds of knit stitch, and then we're going to remove the yarn from our needles. To do this, trim your working yarn to about 30 to 40 centimetres, grab your tapestry needle and thread it, and then we'll start picking up the stitches from our knitting needles onto our tapestry needle, transferring them onto the yarn, as you can see me doing here. Once you've transferred all of your stitches onto your tapestry needle, you just need to remove your knitting needles and gently but firmly pull the working yarn so that all of your work cinches in together. To secure, add a couple of stitches and then hide your working yarn inside the hat. Once your crown's the right way round, you'll really be able to see it start to take shape. The next stage is more decorative and a lot of fun. Grab your black yarn and your tapestry needle and thread this. We're going to secure this yarn to a knot inside the crown before we start to create our animal print. This will also help to keep your crown rigid, so make sure that you're happy with the placement of the pretend fur, the gold and the purple before you start stitching. Your crown really should start looking a lot more like a coronation crown by now. Our next step is to create the gold work for the cross on top of the crown. So cast on the right number of stitches for your adult or child's crown, and then we'll be working back and forth rather than in the round this time. You can use circular needles for both, it doesn't just have to be in the round. So watch the video and see how that's done. When you've finished your 5 rows, you'll want to cast off. So do this in the normal way, knit 2 stitches, pull the first one over the second and continue this process until you've finished casting off completely. You want to create 2 strips to form the gold work on top of your crown. And then we'll put it all together. Once you've created your 2 strips, we'll need to attach them to the crown. Personally, I prefer the cast off chain side to sit on the inside of the crown so that the exterior looks more even. Grab your tapestry needle and using mattress stitch, pick up 2 bars from each side. So 2 bars from the rim of the crown and then 2 bars from the edge of the strip. You'll see what I mean as you go. This just makes all the work even, secure and really, really neat. Carry on until you reach the end of the strip and then weave in your ends. Flip your crown over and repeat this process on the opposite side, making sure to line everything up. You want it nice and equal on all 4 corners. Okay, we're almost there. It's really starting to look like a crown now. There's just one finishing touch we need to add. I think you all know what's coming. Ta-da! I have got another video on my YouTube channel for how to create pom-poms. So once you've created your little mini pom-pom, take the 2 ends that are already attached and use them to secure it onto your crown. You want to stitch through both layers of gold and a layer of the purple with both of the strands, and then we'll tie a knot on the inside of the crown to secure everything, and you're done. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. For all the details on how many stitches to cast on, how many rounds and rows to create and all the other information, go to my website www.thatcraftystitch.co.uk. See you soon and have a great coronation!